Hello, class. Today we're going to be talking about pronouns. Normally we would do this in class, but because it is Veterans Day tomorrow, I'm making this video now just to give you a little refresher on pronouns. Why is it important that you learn pronouns? Pronouns are important for you to learn because if you do not use them properly, it can confuse your message. And the purpose of written communication is obviously for you to present clear information. So it's important that you get the pronouns right. All right, what is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. Okay? There are different types of pronouns, and we're going to be going over these together. A personal pronoun is often the subject, such as Lisa likes cats, she has a Siamese. I, you, he, she, it, you, we, and they are all personal subject pronouns. But we also can have object pronouns where they are the object of a verb, a direct object or an indirect object, as we see in our sentence patterns. Lisa likes cats. Lisa gives them toys. In that case, them is referring to the cats. Me, you, him, her, it, us, and them are all personal object pronouns. But we also have possessive pronouns. They are used to talk about things that belong to people. Mine, yours, his, hers, ours, and theirs. Is that car yours? Are those fries mine? Reflexive pronouns refer to the noun or pronoun that is the subject of the verb. They all have the word self or selves after them. Selves with a V, not with an F. It's not your selves. It's yourselves with that V. I made those cookies myself. Joe fixed the computer by himself. Note that himselfs is not a word. Themselves is also not a word. Demonstrative pronouns are used for pointing out things. This, that, these, and those. These are John's shoes. That's my mother's car. That is my purse. Indefinite pronouns are indefinite. They don't refer directly to any other word, but most of them express the idea of quantity. All, both, anybody, any, everyone, few, some, somebody, someone, none. All of those are indefinite pronouns. Everybody is welcome. Many prefer their coffee with sugar. Then we also have reciprocal pronouns. That would be each other. Okay, it's referring to the individuals indicated in a plural subject. Two boys fought with each other, or the dogs played with each other. Interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. Who, whose, what, which, and whom are the interrogative pronouns. Who's going out of town? What did the doctor say? Pronouns have to agree in number with their antecedent. The antecedent is the word that the pronoun is replacing. So after Sarah learned how to throw a baseball, her brother treated her with more respect. In that case, the pronoun is her, and it's referring to Sarah. There's only one Sarah. Her is a singular word, so there's just one her. So they agree in number. Many spiders eat their own young. Spiders is plural, and so is the word their. The pronoun their is also plural. It would be wrong to say many spiders eat her own young, because many spiders is more than one. Her is a word, it's a pronoun that's singular. Okay. Indefinite pronouns can be a bit tricky, so I made this table for you. It's also found in your textbook chapter on pronouns. But there are some indefinite pronouns that are always singular in number. The ones you see on this chart. Anybody, anyone, anything, each, either, everybody, everyone, everything, neither, no one, nobody, nothing, one, somebody, someone, and something. Anytime you use these words, then they're going to be singular. Okay, they're not going to be plural ever. They're always going to be singular pronouns. Something slithered its way towards the lake. Okay, those are both singular. because somebody is singular. Everyone is going to the store. You wouldn't say everyone are going to the store because everyone is singular and it takes a singular form of the verb and the pronoun. Some pronouns are always plural. The ones you see here in the table, both, few, many, other, and several. These words are always going to be plural. The girls smiled, girls being plural, several of them. Both loved their gifts. Okay? Sometimes, because English is wonky and they like to throw us for a loop, I guess, some of our pronouns depend on the context. Okay? The people laughed, most were happy with their choices. The words all, any, more, most, none, and some depend on the context in which they are used, whether or not you choose the singular or plural verbs and additional pronouns to go with them. The people laughed. People is more than one, okay? Most were happy with their choices. In that case, we have were, which is a plural verb, and their, which is a plural pronoun. So they have to agree in person. They also need to agree in number. Do practice 3, page 224 in your textbook to give yourself practice in making pronouns agree in number. Pronouns also have to match their antecedents in person. So what does that mean? In English, we have first person, second person, and third person pronouns. Singular ones for first person singular is I, me, my, and mine. Plural is we, us, our, and ours. We use first person words when we're talking about ourselves or us and other people. That is when you would use first person. When you're talking about you, specifically you, it's the same for singular and plural. You, your, and yours. Those are the easy ones. Third person pronouns are different. The singular ones are he, him, his, she, her, hers, and it and its. The plural forms of those third person pronouns are they and them and their and theirs. Okay, so if we take a look here, my tolerance for rudeness is tested when I am talking to a friend and she is staring at her phone. My and I are both first person pronouns, so that's correct. It would be incorrect if I said one's tolerance for rudeness is tested when I am talking to a friend, because one is a third person word, I is a first person word, so they have to agree. So let's see if we can fix this. The problem with my telling jokes all the time is that people think you can never be serious. Well, the issue here is we've got my, which is first person, and you, which is second person. So the way you can fix this is by making it all be first person or all be second person. It needs to agree in person. So I would fix this probably by saying, the problem with my telling jokes all the time is that people think I can never be serious. Okay, that would correct that mistake. The second example here, although we are guaranteed freedom of speech, this doesn't mean you can use hate speech. This is wrong because we have a third person we and a second person you. You can fix this in two different ways depending on your intent as a writer. You could say, although you are guaranteed freedom of speech, this doesn't mean you can use hate speech if your intent is to be talking to someone specifically. If you want to include yourself in that, then you would say we. Although we are guaranteed freedom of speech, this doesn't mean we can use hate speech. Okay, they have to match or agree in person. Oh, if you go back and do practice 4, page 226, that will give you some practice making pronouns agree in person. A clear reference. Sentences should make clear which word a pronoun is replacing. It would be if we said John gave Fernando his cell phone. Well, which phone was it? Was it Fernando's cell phone or was it John's cell phone? Tabitha handed Marissa her book. Whose book was it? Tabitha's or Marissa's? But if we reword the sentence, then we can make it clear. Pardon me for my yawn. John gave his cell phone to Fernando. in that case, we know that it is actually John's cell phone because the pronoun is close to the word John, and it is the direct, it comes immediately after the verb. Tabitha handed her book to Marissa. That makes it clear that it is Tabitha's book. So make sure that you have a clear reference. Blake just found a hair in his omelet. They said they would replace his breakfast at no charge. Who is they? The store owners, the store manager, the waitress, the waiter? It's not made clear. So be specific when you are writing your sentences. My husband told my son that he could probably beat him at chess. Well, who was he referring to? Did the husband mean that he, the husband, was going to whoop on his son in chess? Or did he mean that the son is this super genius chess kid and is going to beat his dad in chess? The sentence does not make that clear. So if you want to get yourself some more practice on making your pronoun references clear, do practice 6 on page 228. That's all I have on pronouns. If you have any questions about these before you take your quiz this week, be sure and reach out to me and let me know. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next week.